The NES era was a golden age of experimentation, where developers took risks to create memorable gaming experiences. Super Pitfall, released in 1987, aimed to capture the magic of the original Pitfall games while expanding the series into the platform adventure genre. While it had lofty ambitions, its execution left much to be desired. However, the game still holds a place in gaming history as a nostalgic curiosity and a lesson in how not to implement game design. The Pitfall series began as a groundbreaking platformer on the Atari 2600, developed by David Crane and published by Activision. These earlier games were iconic, showcasing tight gameplay and innovative mechanics. When Super Pitfall was developed for the NES, it was created by a different team, Micronics, a Japanese developer known for porting arcade games to home consoles. It wasn't just a port or remake of the original Pitfall games, it was a reimagining. Micronics attempted to bring an expansive, open-ended world to the NES, blending elements of platforming, exploration, and puzzle solving. Unfortunately, the transition to a more ambitious format came with significant flaws. The game was published by Pony Canyon in Japan and Activision in North America. Despite Activision's involvement, Super Pitfall deviated significantly from the tight and polished design of its predecessors. Many fans of the original Pitfall games were left puzzled by the NES iteration's lack of refinement. The plot is straightforward, yet strangely compelling for its time. Players control Pitfall Harry, the daring adventurer from the original series. His mission is to rescue his niece, Rhonda, and recover the legendary Raj Diamond from the dangerous caves of South America. Along the way, he must also free his loyal pet, Quick Claw the lion. The story is communicated mostly through the manual, as the game itself provides little narrative context. This lack of in-game storytelling adds to the feeling of aimlessness many players experience when navigating its sprawling levels. Unlike the linear platforming of the original Pitfall games, Super Pitfall adopts an open-world approach. Players are free to explore a massive, interconnected series of caverns and underground tunnels. This non-linear design was ambitious for the time, but poor implementation made it feel overwhelming and confusing. The platforming mechanics are simple. Harry can run, jump, and climb ladders. However, imprecise controls and awkward hit detection often make traversal frustrating. Many hazards, like pits and enemies, feel unavoidable due to the clunky movement. Progression relies heavily on finding hidden items and solving cryptic puzzles. Unfortunately, most of these items are invisible until players jump in the exact right spot, making exploration a matter of trial and error. This design choice has been heavily criticized for making the game unnecessarily frustrating. Harry faces a variety of enemies, from snakes and bats to giant spiders. While the enemy designs are diverse, their placement often feels random, leading to cheap deaths. Harry's primary weapon, a gun, has limited ammunition, adding an extra layer of difficulty. The game is notoriously unforgiving. Limited lives and a lack of checkpoints mean that mistakes are heavily punished. This difficulty curve, combined with the confusing level design, makes completing the game a Herculean task. One of the most infamous aspects is its reliance on invisible items. Players are expected to jump in seemingly random locations to reveal these hidden objects. This trial-and-error gameplay frustrated many and contributed to the game's poor reception. At the time of its release, Super Pitfall received harsh criticism for its poor controls, confusing level design, and lack of polish. Despite the success of its predecessors, this entry is often regarded as one of the weakest in the series. In recent years, fans have attempted to remake or reimagine Super Pitfall, improving its controls, visuals, and overall design. These fan projects show the potential the game had and what it could have been with better development. Despite its flaws, Super Pitfall has gained a cult following among retro gaming enthusiasts. Its quirks and difficulty have made it a favorite for speedrunners and fans of so bad it's good games. While the game is not fondly remembered, it serves as an example of how not to approach game design. Its ambitious yet poorly executed ideas highlight the importance of balancing innovation with playability. Super Pitfall is a fascinating relic of the NES era. Ambitious in its scope, but deeply flawed in its execution. While it didn't live up to the legacy of the original Pitfall games, it remains a memorable piece of gaming history. For those brave enough to tackle its challenges, it offers a unique, if frustrating, experience that showcases the growing pains of early console gaming. Have you played Super Pitfall? What are your memories of this infamous NES title? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into gaming history. Stay adventurous!